So by that logic, it's still okay to take them? Do you not see what drag queens wear on stage? Those outfits can be quite revealing.
It's time for the bigots to just go ahead and admit that it has nothing to do with protecting children when they talk about drag queens. It's their hatred of anything associated with the LGBTQIA plus community. Drag queens and drag kings have had a strong association with our community for a very long time now. And that's the part that these bigots who are all protect the children are actually thinking about. Because that example right there is a pretty standard example of drag outfits. And while many drag shows are 18 or 21 plus, it's not due to outfits or songs that they're singing. It's due to the fact that many of them take place in bars and nightclubs. The venue is 18 or 21 plus. So in those settings, many drag queens do wear lounge or cocktail dresses or club attire. Many times, though, they're wearing nothing different than what an American pop star would wear to perform at a concert or in a music video. Because for many drag queens, their inspiration comes from strong, independent women, many who which are famous or pop stars, such as Cher. And many straight American families would have no problem with their children watching a music video of Cher or listening to her music. But the claim from the bigots is the children are now being allowed into those events, ignoring the fact that an event could be set as adult only or a family event. Nobody complains that schools host dances, even though the schools bring in DJs, sometimes lighting, and they try to make it emulate a club for adults. Just in the school dance, you don't serve alcohol and you maybe censor the music a little bit, kind of like drag queens do when they do something like a drag queen story time. I don't think anyone would claim that this outfit is revealing. It's almost like drag queens are people that can gauge their audience and figure out what would be appropriate for what setting. But it's never actually been about what the drag queen wears or what is actually taking place at these events. It's still their association with the LGBTQIA plus community. Anything else is just gaslighting. Because straights see no problem taking their kids to Hooters, the restaurant modeled after a sports bar in which the servers wear revealing outfits, and is literally named after a slang term for women's anatomy. And then you have this. I'm sure this looks like a good, wholesome family activity. And while a drag queen reading a book in a library is nothing sexual, straights have no problem putting their children in sexual situations as long as it's heterosexual. Adults taking a child into a bar and then laughing and cheering on that child when that child kisses an adult bartender. And this is seen as completely okay in the eyes of many straights, as evidenced by the 1.6 million likes that it got when this video was posted on TikTok. The fact that straights see no problem with that but try to sexualize a drag queen reading a story to a bunch of children is an issue of projection. They've sexualized children so much that they can't see anybody else not sexualizing children in the same way they do. So it's time for them to drop the act, admit that they're bigots, and that they don't really care about protecting children.